Hello and welcome to Steven's Automotive. What we have here is a 2016 Mazda CX-9, and in this video we are going to be replacing spark plugs. Alright, let's move on to this. So let's talk about this Mazda CX-9 for a second. We're actually going to bring the camera closer so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, so what we got going on here is we have a high pressure fuel pump which usually sits on most modern vehicles. You'll see it sitting on top of the valve cover. Usually this is because it's driven by the camshaft. Mazda, I guess, decided to put it on the side on this particular model. So, it looks like it's a good thing because usually when we have to do some type of work like that, we want to go ahead and remove that high pressure fuel pump. It doesn't look like on this particular vehicle it's going to be necessary. The spark plugs, looks like we're going to have to remove the coils, but to get to the coils, this assembly is in the way. So what we gotta do is remove this assembly. We're gonna have to disconnect here and we'll see what else is holding us from removing these coils. But as of right now, let's concentrate on removing this stuff and then we'll move on to removing the coils and hopefully we could get to the spark plugs. I'm gonna start out by disconnecting this one connector right here. And it looks like this was already broken off from here. That's not so much of as a big deal, as long as whoever installed this back. Usually what I do is I put a little zip tie on there and try to hold it in place. We'll do that later, but as of now, let's worry about disconnecting this. It's a little tight. Okay, and then got a little vacuum hose here. Okay, so I removed this hose right here, but what you have to make sure is that most of these hoses, for however long the vehicle is, they never been removed before, so they become brittle with all the heat underneath this hood, right? So just be very careful that you don't, when you use whatever you're using to, to pry it off. I use a screwdriver and I just twist it a little bit and carefully pull up on it, because you may also break these valve covers. They're not made out of metal anymore, they're made out of plastic. Good quality plastic, but they could also break. So you want to be careful you don't break this little nipple right here where this goes into. So I pulled that off. Okay, I'm going to remove this assembly and I'm going to start by unbolting. These look like 8mm bolts. Okay, looks like we're getting somewhere. Looks like there's another bigger bolt over here. I think that may be a 10mm or 12mm. Okay, so it's a 10mm. Here's a 10mm. I had previously removed a 10mm bolt from here, but looks like this could have just remained here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there's another 10mm on the side over here in the back. Probably would have been a good idea to remove those first before removing the 8mm bolts that I removed from this assembly. So as you can see, as I'm trying to break them loose, this whole thing lifts up. But they're not so tight, so it's not, people that live out there in the rust areas, probably would be a good idea. Alright, so you can see this whole assembly pretty much ready to come off, but what's holding it on is, looks like these two hoses. On second thought, since I'm only doing spark plugs on this step, because I'm also doing a valve cover gasket on this, but that's on a separate video, I'm just gonna go ahead and hold this, put something into here that can hold this, and then just access these coils. I'm just taking a big
24mm socket. I'm putting it right there, and then I'm gonna access all these coils and take them out. Now, one thing I like to do is I don't disconnect the coils if I don't have to, because then again, all this stuff has been here for so many years, and it gets so hot, they just get so brittle. So if I don't have to unplug them, I don't touch them. Let's go ahead and remove the coils. Now this one's not as easy to access, so I'm using a ratchet, a hand ratchet, and I'm doing it manually. Yeah, I can't really fit a power tool on there. Okay, now that I have my all my 4 bolts out, I'm gonna proceed with removing or pulling the coils out individually. And there we go. Now we have direct access to all the spark plugs. Now these are the factory spark plugs. I'll go ahead and leave that part number in the description box. Now let's proceed with removing the spark plugs. I like not using impact wrenches. I like using hand tools. And there's a reason for that. A lot of spark plugs, you just never know what's happened over the years they've been there. So if you use impact on that, most of the times they'll come out just fine, but there's always that one time where you could get yourself in real trouble. They could break on there, they could snap, or they've been seized because from the factory or whoever installed the last spark plugs didn't put enough anti-seize on there. And yeah, you eventually get yourself into some unwanted trouble that you didn't want to. All of a sudden, an easy job, a DIY job could turn into a nightmare. Okay, so here's the first spark plug. In goes the new spark plug. Now, once you break them loose, you could use the help of a cordless power tool. Here's the second one. Go to the third one. Here's the third one. In goes our new one. Okay guys, number 4 is a little tight. So as you can see, what's preventing that is the fact that this hose is in the way. So I'm going to remove that part of the hose from here. Okay, I apply a little bit of lubricant in here just so that it's easier to walk this hose off, because it's real tight in there. And there we go, just like that. Now we have plenty of space to get our socket in here. And here's our fourth spark plug. What a workout. By the way, these spark plugs are not your typical spark plugs. These are long reach, so make sure you have the adequate socket to get these spark plugs out and in. If you don't have one, I'll put one in the description box below this video. So you go to the Amazon affiliate store and check out what they got. And I'll recommend you the one I think is best. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our coils back in and just pretty much install everything in reverse order. So now let's put in our coils back into where they belong. Okay, and these are the bolts for the ignition coils. Some of these bolts are similar, but make sure you don't get don't mistake them, because you can see the ones for the ignition coils are longer, and the ones that hold down this bracket assembly over here are a lot shorter. Okay, so now that our ignition coils are bolted on, I'm gonna proceed with installing this. Remember that we took off these wider, or I should say, the 10mm bolts that go on the back, but they have a washer in the back and they have a washer in the front. So we're gonna put this on, one here and then another one over here. Okay, and that was it. That was a replacement of our spark plugs. This right here is a little bit of an inconvenience in order to get to your coil over here, your number 4-cylinder coil, right? What I would say is, if you had to do this yourself, I would definitely unplug these two hoses from here and then just unbolt these 1, 2, 3 8mm bolts, and then the ones on the back, and that'll give you plenty of room so that you could get into that coil. Especially if you have a spark plug socket with a long extension that you're gonna get on there. Eventually it's gonna be very tough, or just a little bit tough to get on there. Anyways. Okay, that was it. Let's wrap up this video by saying that if you're not the typical mechanic or tinker with cars, but you're somewhat of a DIYer and you want to save some money and replace these spark plugs yourself, I highly encourage you. There's really not much to it. Just pull the valve. Just pull this cover off. Take a good look in there. Make sure you figure out exactly what you're going to tackle. And I can honestly tell you that the only challenge you have is this assembly right on top, which honestly is really not much to it, just a few bolts, the ones in the back. Make sure your engine's real cooled down so that you don't get frustrated with all the heat coming out of there. And it's an in and out job. There's not much to it. Anyways,
If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. Click that like button if you like this video, and if you're just watching for the first time, please consider subscribing. Remember, if you want to watch a video where I replace the valve cover gasket on this car, click right over here to watch it. Thanks for educating yourself, and best to you.